What I have here is orange blossom honey, and I made mead with this before, so I'm going to use this honey and add it to 3 gallons of hot tap water out of my kitchen sink. I brought the water hot so honey will dissolve in it easier. But so being that it's tap water, what we want to use is some metabisulfate to break up the chlorine and chloramines that could be in that tap water that can give you an off taste. And all that takes is per gallon. So we got that in there. We'll stir it all up when the honey starts flowing. We know how that's going to be. The rest of the water up here is, I got to add some sulfate to that too. Make sure that's treated before it goes in, because that's going to go in to help rinse the funnel out. Get in there. So what we're going to do now is get the honey flowing. And it's going to be as simple as taking the funnel, which the wife has behind me all set up here, sanitized in the sanitizer. And then we're going to take the fun part. We're going to move the camera just a little bit because we're going to tilt this whole 5-gallon bucket of honey. I might have showed this before, but get over there, come on, roll, baby, roll. Oh, if the cover came off of there, would I be in some trouble? The idea is to take it off and roll it into position when the honey isn't flowing. Heck with it, when the honey isn't flowing out. So here we go. We're going to fill a carboy up to where we think we're going to get a 11 or 12% mead, which will be, I hope to use exactly 1 gallon, which is 12 pounds, and I'm going to be using 1 gallon and 2 quarts of honey by my measurement, and that'll give us what we're looking for, maybe a 15%. This is actually going to be apricot to make the Cortex remover, which is I think what I'm supposed to be making. So I'm just going to pop the cap on that and let the honey flow. I won't have to hold nothing or anything.
And we did wash the whole lid.
Watch it go into the carboy as it snakes down in through the funnel. And it's very stress relieving that you don't have to pick it up. So we'll just let this go and we'll do a fast forward on it when it's done, if I don't move the camera. Okay, what we're doing now is finishing up here. We got our volume of honey in here, and we'll get our rest of the water in here and the reading. So what I'm going to do is just go ahead and give a jam on this real quick. How you doing? Thick enough to plug it up fast enough. Screw that cap on good enough. Why, what an iron then. No, it's 1.5 pounds lighter. So, well, 12 pounds lighter because I use 12 pounds of honey. So we'll let this funnel continue to drip, and just for the heck of it, the rest of the warm water will make up what we need and help rinse out the funnel a little at the same time. This water had metabisulfate into, everything's mixed properly. Just using it to wash the funnel, basically. That should give us our 5 gallons. I never minded just a little more for fermentation's sakes and then the racking purposes. But I do believe we got what we want right here. So we're going to go with the stir in a minute, and we'll show. Okay, what I have here is a sanitized spoon, and just as easy as we dump the honey in there with the warm water, we're going to give it a stir here. So, put this up on the shelf, or let it sit here till tomorrow, and we'll see what happens. But I'd probably put it up on the shelf, get a dress on her. So the wife and I usually play a guessing game on what the gravity will be, the starting gravity, the SG, the specific gravity, and that comes in at, she said 1087. I used a gallon and a half of honey, so that's 16 pounds. And I guess it'd come in at 1092. But as we take a good reading here, she comes in at 1.110. How you doing? This is going to make a nice 16% mead. I'm almost sure of that. So we'll write that down somewhere. 110, 110. Am I correct?
Yep.
Okay. We have to find a sheet to write it down on. So there we go. Simple to make mead. It took a little longer than normal. Time's sakes, we're just going to sanitize the thing, put a bubbler in there, and when that cools down, we'll pitch the yeast tomorrow. So, okay, it's the next day, and we're going to put the yeast in. I sanitize the package, and the yeast of choice on the mead. This is going to be an Apricot Mead. When it's finally done, we'll use an apricot extract flavoring. Which I've made this one 3 times already, and this brew is actually called, once it gets bottled, Cortex Remover. Cerebral Cortex Remover is the official name, but maybe you've seen the labels on previous meads. But so here in goes Mangrove Jack's. Oh, come on. Mangrove Jack's mead yeast. Yeah, I didn't want to pour straight. So that's in. Been using that yeast for the longest of time. And then we're going to use, I was sanitized on this too. We're going to use some Aldi Carlson, yeast energizer, if I can get the package open. I use this on my beer all the time. So we're going to get a deep and helping spoonful of this. Can't even get in there with the dang thing. It's really wrestling me. There's a little bit, but I want more than that. Why am I using a little spoon? That's the one I sanitized. Come to think of it, I could just pour this in really if I wanted. But I'd like to get a measured amount of that in there. We'll get the bubbler back on, and fermentation's going to start pretty rapidly. I hope I left enough headspace. All brewers that make meads and wines, they question the same insanity of it. So I'm looking for my spray again. That's what I did off camera. Nail it. And airlock is in. And the Cortex remover, Apricot Mead, is on its way, Houston. So that'll be a month or two. This won't be done till December maybe or longer. But we've made it many a time, so we do love it. So I'll put a dress on this. This has got this black dress. Keep it in the dark. And bingo. And after a day, she has started to ferment. So this is going to end up being, I bet you 15, 16, maybe 17% when it's all done. So I'm glad to see it, and she'll be in the bottle. She ain't going to be done till, I don't know, after December. I never rush my meads, why would I? All right, what I'm doing here is my Apricot Mead. This is the first racking since August. We made this back in August 23rd, so it's been a little over a month. Today is October 2nd. So we're going to take the dress off it. This is going to be an Apricot Mead when she's all done. Flavor, this will be the first racking. What I have is my sanitized flask here with my hydrometer in it. Our original reading was 1.110. I have my sanitized wine thief here. So first thing, I'm going to pour this back in when we're all done. So the first thing I'm going to do is get a sample and see where this mead sits before the racking. After a month of fermentation, it's probably going to be close to being done. So everything is sanitized. So this sample will be dumped right back in when all is said and done. If you don't have a wine thief, I suggest you get one because they're very handy. You don't have to take it to the bottom or stir nothing up. You just shake a sample up in there. Go into your hydrometer is floating. And it looks like I need a little bit more. So we'll just dip that in there like that and grab that a little bit. And I'm not sure if we're floating or not. A little bit more won't hurt. And there we go. All right, the hydrometer is floating. We'll get a reading on that. 1.006 on the first racking. So I'm going to write that down. I don't think it's going to drop much more than that, but it might. So we'll get that hydrometer out of there before we drop it and break it. Set that aside. This is the carboy I'll be racking into. It's all been sanitized. Multiple times, actually. So we'll take this. This will be a long video, probably. We'll set it on. And we'll get the show on the road. We'll let a lot of that run out first. Get her in there. I'll stand up for this one. And off we go with what will be the Apricot Mead. Like I say, this is the first racking, and we're going to add bentonite to the mix right now for clearing. I like to get it in there, squirt it right in there. Let it mix up as it goes in. I hate squirting it on the side of the carboy. So that's in. This is the flavoring we're going to use for the mead. It's apricot flavoring extract made by Brewer's Best. I've used this many times. It's 4 fluid ounces, so it's been sanitized. We're going to get that right in now and let that all work together. All set for the next racking. Why wouldn't it be? Our sanitized bung. Put that back on. Get out of there, little fly. Little fly is not allowed. And we're going to put the dress back on it. And set her aside for another month or so. She sits at 1006 from 1110. She's 13.65% ABV yet, so she's going to finish off to be a 14%er when we're all done. So that's it.